Hello guys, your boy Abdu here from San Diego, California. So today I decided to make a video about the gig economy. I haven't tried all of them all that matters, but I've tried quite a few of them. In my opinion of them is gonna be next up in this video. So the first gig economy job that I did was with Postmates, food delivery service. Everybody loves it. Everybody orders Postmates. It's getting quite popular. It's fighting with DoorDash and everything, but it had quite a lot of orders. So, first off, I did Postmates because I didn't have any other job to do. So, I was obliged to do something because I can't just stay without getting money. Everybody's like, do delivery, do delivery. So I was like, okay, let's try what this is all about. So I signed up. A couple of days later, I get the message, boom, you're accepted. You can start making deliveries. Download the app, and there you go. I was like, cool. So I started working, and they give me this incentives, surge hours, bonuses, blah 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 blah. Anyway, to make the long story short, first week I made about $200. And I put in a lot of hours. And when I say a lot of hours, I mean a lot of hours. I used to work 4 or 5 in the afternoon until midnight, 1 a.m. in the weekends. And I was like, man, this is coming in really well. This is coming in really well. Well, I wasn't factoring in anything. Basically because, when I signed up, they said do 80 deliveries and get 1,000 guaranteed. So I was like, sure, that shouldn't be a lot of work. I started doing it. I'm doing deliveries and it's getting really slow. I think it was about $500-$600 at 70 deliveries, and I was like, okay, well, if they make it 1,000, that should be cool by me. Then by the end of my job with them, by the end of 80 deliveries anyways, I factored in how much I spent in gas, which was about $250. I factored in the time that I spent working for them, and also I factored in the many hours that I spent waiting for orders. So for 80 deliveries, I managed to do it in about 20 days, average of at least 8 to 9 hours a day. I did 12-day hours as well as I did 12 hours days as well as 5 hours days. So average was 8 to 9 hours. I was like, okay, let's factor in everything. And guess what? It's a huge scam. Don't do it unless you really have to, which was the case with me. Guess I just cashed in some of my car's value. If you factor that depreciation, I also wasted my time. And the funny part is, and I would like to send them a thank you message through this video by saying thank you so much for taking me out of our platform. I think I was doing delivery number 85 or 86 or something like that. So I delivered the food, I clicked on deliver and everything, and I was like, I don't want to do any more deliveries. So I went to the house and I'm sitting, I get a message, are you gonna deliver the food to blah blah blah? And I was like, oh dude, I just delivered the food. And they sent me another message back, no you did not, are you gonna make the delivery or not? And I said, well, I sure made the delivery, and you guys don't require signature, so the delivery is made and that's it. 4 or 3 hours later, I get a message, your job with Postmates is terminated as per the contract that indicates that you're a private contractor, so you don't get anything, you don't get to dispute that, you don't get anything. So I was like, cool. I was a little bit sad, to be honest, but I was, after I did my math, because when you're doing it, you're like, this is good, I'm getting money, your money coming in, you have to pay bills, you have to make money, so you're thinking, oh, that's good. But then when they did kick me out, I realized that they did me more of a favor than a punishment, and I would like to thank them very much for that. I was reading an article yesterday about the gig economy in general. I think it was about Grubhub or the other delivery company. What's his name? I said it earlier. So, well, there's Grubhub and DoorDash, DD. So it's actually a very, very, very a good example of the algorithm exploiting people, and people allowing the algorithm to exploit them just because it's an algorithm and not a person. But they don't realize that there is a person behind the algorithm, and that's why people are getting ripped off. Be working 49 hours a week just to receive an average of $5-6 an hour for your time and work. If you have no skill, no way, no knowledge, no nothing, which is not the case for anybody in here. It's just like people that likes easy work, and by easy work it just means that you're just driving around. Well, it was never easy for me. You constantly have to find parking next to restaurants. Some of them gets in really crowded areas like downtown and stuff. I got a $70 ticket once just because I parked in a yellow zone to pick up a food real quick. I guess I was unlucky for the delivery that was for $7, so that's something to factor in as well. I didn't factor that into my losses, but I just factored it as a good factor so that the gig economy is not really worth it. You can't get enough money to actually cover your costs. Another company, they have a lot of advertisements all over the place. I've been watching YouTube and their ads been coming up like every 5 or 10 minutes. Instacart. I signed up for Instacart about 5-6 months ago. So I did first couple of deliveries and I realized, man, this job is not good at all. This gig is the worst, and that's why I didn't continue with them. I did 2 deliveries. It was $16 for both of them, and I spent like 3 hours doing the actual work and about 7 hours online. I figured, well, I'm slow in doing groceries, so that's probably one reason why. Oh, funny thing, I just got a notification about Instacart hours available. No, seriously, I just see it on my front of me. Anyway, Instacart. So I did a couple of deliveries with them. It was about $16-17 for the 2 deliveries, and I figured it's not a good gig to continue on doing, so I just decided to stop. A couple of months later, I hear what they have on the news and about them changing their pay structure and so on and so forth. Then suddenly they said, oh, if you did deliveries between such and such period, you're entitled for $5 more. And I was like, wow, that seals the deal. For that many hours and get that much time, even though I was a slow shopper, I wasn't that slow. I mean, let's say if I had double speed, which was I did about 2 minutes an item. It's hard. Some people get like real stuff requests, like goat milk, low fat goat milk. I'm like, where am I gonna find that in store? Unsalted, natural, organic butter, and you got like 20,000 types of butter. 2 minutes was pretty fast for me. Anyway, got that $5 and I was like, oh wow. So, and then it coincides with me stopping doing Postmates. So I was like, hey, let's go back on the app. Let's see what this is all about. So I went back in and I got an order for $18, and I was like, oh, that's nice. They really changed their pay structure. afterwards, after doing the order, I realized they just bumped it in a couple of boxes, and it was actually a good tip from the customer that bumped it to $18. Still did it, not bad. I mean, even though, as I was saying earlier, you have to factor all the other stuff in, but when you don't have anything to do, which was the case with me, I had the free time on hand, I did it. It was kind of worth it, I guess. Sort of an income. But on general, can you rely on the gig economy to live off a good life? Can you rely on the gig economy to live? Well, you can. Actually, I had a roommate that did DoorDash like about 6 months ago, and he would leave the house at about 9 in the morning and come back at about 10:30, something like that. I'm like, how was your day? And he's like, good. And after living with him for a while, I realized he's doing it for 7 days a week. I didn't see him doing anything luxurious or anything. He just did it so he could pay rent and put food on his table. So 7 days a week, no days off or whatsoever, that's a lot of work to me. That's no work-life balance. And I don't know what these advertisements are advertising. Make up to this much, make up to this much. People, don't get fooled by these ads. Do your maths, and by all means, go on ahead and try it for a while if you really want to see for yourself. But if you want to take my advice, you're better off trying to get a good skill or trying to do a better job than just doing this type of gigs, especially this type of gigs. I'm gonna try on more gigs in the future and give you my review about it, whether I think it's worth it or not. Maybe try to put in some numerical statistics later on. But for now, this is an initial video. I haven't posted on YouTube since so long, so I thought I'd just put in some content in the meantime, just to let you know my thoughts about this topic before I forget it or before it slips my mind. But I'll keep on posting other reviews and stuff. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to reach out to more content from me, and push the like button if you like this video. Give me a suggestion in the comments. Peace out.